get ready to go. We're glad that you're all here, so now it's time to start the show. We're not in school, but we can still pretend by making music until this ends. We're making music with our Falcon friends.
Hey there, Falcons. Guys, got some brand new stuff to do today, a couple of new songs. Gonna make a brand new instrument as well. Told you last week to get some materials ready for those. Oh, we got a lot of fun stuff to do today, guys. So you know what? I'm not gonna talk about it anymore. Let's just, well, what do you say we make some music?
We're making music with our Falcon friends.
All right, 4th grade. Hey, guess what? We're taking a trip. Oh, we're taking so many trips. We're taking a trip to jolly old England. You guys have heard of England, right? England, Great Britain over there, across the ocean. Got a song from Great Britain. It's called Chairs to Mend. Now, what is this song about? I'll tell you. A long time ago, in England, people would sell things on the street. They would sell things. Have you ever been to a big city here in America? You maybe have seen this, like a food cart, like a hot dog cart, or maybe selling T-shirts, or maybe selling artwork, or different things like that. Well, over in England, in London, over there were people that would sell things on the street. They would sell chairs. They would sell different types of things. So listen to my song. It's called Chairs to Mend. It goes like this. Chairs to mend, old chairs to mend, mackerel, fresh mackerel, any old rags, any old rags. That's a pretty simple song, but there's a couple of some interesting terms here. So chairs to mend, what does it mean to mend something? What does that mean? If you mend something, you know what that means? It means to fix it, right? So if you have a broken chair, so the leg broke off your chair, well, you got to fix it. So mend that chair. Mackerel, what's a mackerel? Does anyone know what a mackerel is? Have you ever heard that word before? It's kind of a weird word. Mackerel. It's a type of fish is what it is. So someone's trying to sell a fish. Any old rags. Now, we're not talking about like wash rags. No. We're talking about something else. Rags means something else. Rags could mean, and in fact it does mean in this song, clothes. Old rags. So like, think about like Goodwill, Jubilee, Salvation Army, all these places where you can buy used clothes. That's what we're talking about here. Old rags. Let me sing it. You echo back this time. Chairs to mend, old chairs to mend. Mackerel, fresh mackerel. Any old rags, any old rags. Hey, this song has some cool things in it. Listen. Chairs to mend, loo, loo, loo. Starts on so. So, fa, mi. It has our new solfege name. Major and minor steps, don't forget. So, fa, mi. Good. Mackerel. Starts on mi, mi, re, do. Trichord, exactly right. Good. Here we go. Listen again. Chairs to mend, old chairs to mend. Sing it. Mackerel, fresh mackerel. Any old rags, any old rags. Nice job. Try the whole song together. Ready? Here we go. Chairs to mend, old chairs to mend. Mackerel, fresh mackerel. Any old rags, any old rags. Good. Try it by yourself one time. Ready? Here you go. Great. Now this is a song, like many of our other songs, that works really well in a canon. So if you've got a way to record yourself, if you've got a phone, or your parents have a phone, or something you can record on, it works really, really well to do this. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Gotta know the song really well. Gonna record myself singing it here. Here we go. Chairs to mend, old chairs to mend. Mackerel, fresh mackerel. Any old rags, any old rags. Okay, now if I recorded myself singing it, I can actually sing along with myself in canon. Take a listen.
Chairs to mend, old chairs to mend.
Chairs to mend, old chairs to mend. Mackerel, fresh mackerel. Any old rags, any old rags. This song as a canon is actually pretty fun because one person starts, and when they get to the next thing, the next person starts. Chairs to mend, old chairs to mend. They move on to mackerel, and someone else starts at chairs to mend. It's fun to do it this way. It's even more fun if you have someone at your house. So if you've got a mom or a dad or a brother or sister who really wants to sing, grandma or grandpa really wants to sing, aunt or uncle who wants to sing. If your dog wants to sing, well, good for them. But that's probably not going to work. But get a human at your house and see if you can sing it in canon with them. Or if you can't do that, then that's fine. You can record yourself and try it like that. It's always fun to sing it in canon. So have fun with your chairs to mend, your mackerel, and your old rags. But most importantly, have fun singing.
We're making music with our Falcon friends.
All right, fourth grade, welcome back to America. We left England, we left London, we're back home, and we're going somewhere here in America. We're going down to Baltimore because it is time for I Got a Gal in Baltimore, Little Liza Jane. Streetcar running by my door, Little Liza Jane. Oh, Eliza, Little Liza Jane. Oh, Eliza, Little Liza Jane. Great, this time sing it and keep a beat with me. Here we go. I got a gal in Baltimore, Little Liza Jane. Streetcar running by my door, Little Liza Jane. Oh, Eliza, Little Liza Jane. Oh, Eliza, Little Liza Jane. Great. This time sing it and clap the words. This is trickier. Here we go. I got a gal in Baltimore, Little Liza Jane. Streetcar running by my door, Little Liza Jane. Oh, Eliza, Little Liza Jane. Oh, Eliza, Little Liza Jane. Great. I got a picture here. I showed this to you a couple weeks in a row now. There she is, Lil Liza Jane. Oh, and she's got the street posts. She's all ready to go down in Baltimore. Here we go. Oh, Eliza, Little Liza Jane. Every Liza Jane is a steady beat. Point along with me. Lou, 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 Lou. Now, we answered some questions last week, and some of these are a little bit tricky. Let's see who's got a really good memory. Let's see who's got really good listening ears. Can figure out the answers to these questions. First question. In this phrase of the song, how many beats do we keep? It's pretty many. Listen. Lou, 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 Lou. Lots of beats. Keep a beat. Maybe you can remember the answer. Lou, 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 Lou. How many beats do we keep? Not 4. We actually kept 8 beats. That's a lot of beats. Okay. So those 8 beats, let's break them up. Let's split them in half. Let's do the last 4. Lou, 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 Lou. Okay. That last sound sounds familiar. Who remembers what type of sound do we have over those last 2 beats? Lou. It's one sound that lasts for 2 beats. Maybe you learned about this. Remember this from a couple years ago? A half note. Exactly right. It's one long sound that lasts for 2 whole beats. Right before that, another interesting rhythm. Lou, Lou, Lou. Lou, Lou, Lou. Hey, we learned about that earlier this year, remember? Talking about Scott Joplin, talking about syncopation. Ta-dee-dee-ta. Can we sing that together? Ta-dee-dee-ta. Lots of 2-beat rhythms here. Half notes, 1 sound over 2 beats. This other one's 3 sounds over 2 beats. Ta-dee-dee. Okay. That's the last half. Let's go back to the first half now. Who remembers? Over the first 2 beats, how many sounds do we sing? Lou, Lou. How many sounds do we sing over those first 2 beats? Lou, Lou. How many sounds was that? It was 2 sounds, right? They weren't equal. Lou, Lou. One of them was very long, and one of them was very short. Lou, Lou. Which was long and which was short? Do you remember? First one was long, second one was short. Long, short, ta, ta. Ooh, now, you know what? This is another 2-beat rhythm. It's a brand new rhythm. It's 2 beats long. It's two sounds over two beats, but they're not equal. It's not ta, ta, because those are equal sounds. This is different. This is long, short, sort of like syncopation, sort of like a half note. It's two beats long, but it's two sounds over two beats. Long, short, ta, 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 dee, dee, ta. Sing that with me and keep a steady beat. Long, short, ta, 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 dee, dee, ta. Great. Today, I'd like you to make a picture. Now, to start, I want you to draw 8 beats. Now, I used Liza Jane, little clip art here. You can draw whatever you want. I don't care what you draw. You can draw circles. You can draw, if you want to get really fancy, doesn't matter what you draw, but whatever you draw 8 of them in a row like that. 8 things for your steady beats. And you also are going to want to divide them up. I use street posts to divide them into groups of 2. 2 beats, 2 beats, 2 beats, 2 beats, just like that. Okay? Now, once you have that drawn, we're going to work on this next part together. Okay? So go ahead and draw that. Take a little bit of time. Pause the video if you need to. But draw that out. Again, you can make it complicated, you can make it very simple. Just make sure you have 8 things in a row and divide them into groups of 2. Those are your beats. Okay? All right, do you have that drawn now? Now, let's put the sounds over. Now, you can do whatever you want for this. I'm just going to draw lines to make it very easy for me. But I'm going to start here at the end. We said we have a half note over the last 2 beats. So I'm just going to draw one long sound over those 2 beats. Here, these 2 beats, we got syncopation, which is short, long, short. I'm going to draw short, long, short. See how I did that? That looks pretty much right, I think. Going back, we got, well, 2 tas, 2 equal sounds just like that. And here, we've got our new rhythm, long, short. So I'm going to draw a really long sound starting at the beginning, and then a really short sound at the end, just like that. And now, look what we have. We actually have the rhythm of this song in a picture. Long, short, ta, 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 dee, dee, ta. Go ahead and make a picture that looks just like this, or you can be a little bit more creative and don't just do lines. You can draw something else. But whatever you do, make sure when you point to it, it actually fits with the song. Long, short, ta, 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 dee, dee, ta. Just like that. Okay? So, have some fun drawing that picture, and hopefully, one of these days, we'll actually get down to Baltimore.
We're making music with our Falcon friends.
Alrighty, 4th grade. Now, I told you last week you needed some materials to make an instrument, but I didn't tell you this. It's actually an instrument that we made already. And if you didn't make it, that's why you're going to need the materials. If you already made this instrument, you're fine. You're set. You're all ready to go. If you didn't, here is the instrument. It's a xylophone. It's a xylophone with 4 different notes. I said 4. Why did I say 4? I meant 5. 5 different notes. I think because the one fell like a little bit. But maybe my brain just stopped working too. I'm not sure. But in any event, it's 5 different pitches. We made this. It was our holiday xylophone. Now, if you didn't make this, you're going to need to make it to do our next solo part. So, go back to episode 14 from this year. Episode 14. Go back. It's one of our holiday specials where we made some instruments. And this is the instrument that we made. Okay? We have these 5 different pitches. Okay, so if you didn't make it, please go back, watch that. All the things I said you need, that's what you need to make this, okay? So go ahead and make that. If you already have it made, then you're set. You are made in the shade, because we are going to learn a song on here. Because you might not have realized this, but this xylophone, it has 5 different pitches all in a row. Now hold on a second, we learned about that, didn't we? We called it a pentachord. Yes, we did, we called it a pentachord. So this pentachord is actually what solfege, James. It would be the 5 in a row that we know. Do, re, mi, fa, so. Do, re, mi, fa, so. Remember that? We just talked about it last. We talked about it for several weeks now, okay? We numbered them last time. We used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because the younger grades, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grade, they don't know about all these solfege names, guys. You do. You're in a class all of your own. Literally, you're in 4th grade. That's a different class than 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grade. But we're going to learn a song in here that's not Jingle Bells. We're going to learn a song that we sang many times so far this year, a song from Hungary, a song called the Hungarian Canon. the Hungarian canon. Loo, 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 loo. Loo, 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 loo. Loo, 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 loo. Loo, 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 loo. I am going to put the description, in the description below, the notes that you play. I'm going to put them as solfege names, and I'm going to put them as numbers with do, re, mi, and 1, 2, 3. What I want you to do is take some time and see if you can play the Hungarian canon on your xylophone. Practice it. It's a fun song to play. It uses all 5 of our different pitches. It uses them very well. It's kind of like Jingle Bells. In fact, it might even be a little bit easier than Jingle Bells once you really get down to it, okay? So, take some time, make sure you have your xylophone, make sure you practice, and see if you can play the Hungarian canon from the description below.
We're making music with our Falcon friends.
All right, 4th grade. Now, last week, we talked about our pentachord. We talked about do, re, mi, fa, so, and we talked about something very interesting. We talked about when we move our sounds and do starts on F. Something very interesting happened last week when we said do start on F, because our note names F, G, A, B, C, well, that doesn't quite work, because we said last week that our sounds, well, sometimes we have to move those keys on the piano, and when we have to move those keys, it doesn't work with major and minor steps. So sometimes the white keys have to move down to a black key to make it actually sound the way it's supposed to. And when we do that, when we have to lower a key, we use something called a flat. Can you say the word flat? It's a very simple word. It has lots of meanings, but in music, a flat is when you take a note and lower it by a half a step. Lower it to the key below it. And when we use a flat, something very interesting happens. I'm going to put up here on our staff. I want you to have a little piece of staff paper here. 5 lines straight across. You got rulers, you got stuff like that. You can do this, okay? I'm going to tell you that we're going to use do, re, mi, fa, so, like that. And I'm going to tell you I want the letter names to be F, G, A, B, C, except the problem is B and C is a minor step. But we know that fa and so are not a minor step. Mi and fa are. So what we have to do is move B to a B flat. Now what does that look like when we write it? This is what it looks like. Let me show it to you. F is in the first space. G is on the second space. A is in the second space. I said the wrong thing there. My brain stopped working. I'm so sorry. First space, second line. A day. Okay. Second space. There we go. Now we're at B, which is on the 3rd line. But it's not just regular B. It's a different type of B. It's B flat. So how do we show B flat? Well, we're going to put something to show that it's B flat. We're going to put that little flat sign. Now that little flat sign tells us that this is no ordinary B. This is a B flat. Okay? So sometimes if you see a flat in music, what that means is on a piano, it would be the black key right below the white key. But it also means that we've had to change it to make it into a minor step. We've talked about major and minor steps. Major steps are big. Minor steps are little. And finally, so, C is right there. So in music, if you ever come across one of these symbols like that, it's called a flat symbol. It means that the note has been lowered by a half step. And usually they do that, well, for a variety of reasons. You can do it for any reason you want in music, really. But one of the really good reasons to do that is so we have the major steps and the minor steps where they belong. So it sounds right, okay? So take some time, copy this out. It's actually good practice to write these flats. And then what you can do, if you really are looking for an extra challenge, what you can do is you can actually write out the Hungarian canon where the notes are here. Do, re, mi, fa, so. Well, I have to put another so then. That'd be this second phrase, right? So if you want to do that, go for it. If you're looking for something extra to do, go for it. But most importantly, whatever you're doing, make sure you're having fun.
We're making music with our Falcon friends.
Well, we sure had fun this week, didn't we?
the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with those blues on parade. Now I'm not afraid. This rover crossed over. If I ever had a cent, I'd be as rich as Rockefeller. Gold dust at my feet on the sunny side of the street. See you next time, guys.